Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how I made this tower defense game in Scratch. It's really easy to make, and these my blocks may seem a little difficult, but they're totally okay. So this is how we play it. So the start use this to shoot the little enemy planes that come up over here. And so you are the bear player here. So that's how we play it. And now let's show the code of the parrot first. Now this is just like a scrolling background code. When green flag click for our next costume, wait 0.1 seconds, move 1 steps. Move 10 steps. And when green flag clicked forever, if the explosion is equals to 249, then go to X minus 259 and Y 155. So you are the player, the bear. Forever go to X position of sprite 3 and Y position of sprite 3 and point in direction 90. So it's just like the player is standing over here and we need to move our mouse. Now for the little balls that were coming out of the tower, they're basically cannons. So when green flag clicked, hide. This is because we only want the clones to show and not the original sprite. Forever, go to X position of sprite 3 and Y position of sprite 3. Point in direction of sprite 3. Now this code is almost same as the bear's code, but it's just that it also points in the direction of sprite 3. Cause it's a circle, it doesn't matter where it's pointing. But for the bear, let's say I duplicate this block. I've already tried it and the bear faces upside down because this thing's position can be at a minus. So look at this now. So the bear faces upside down and we don't want that happening. So that's why I remove that. Now because the ball is circular, it can point in the direction of sprite 3 so that it perfectly launches from this pipe. So first it's at the bear's foot, and when we click the space key, it shoots itself. So when space key pressed, create clone of myself, and when I start as a clone, show and repeat until touching edge, move 20 steps. That's why you saw it moving a little bit fast. And then delete this clone. Now it's important to put the delete this clone over here. That's because if you put it inside here, it's not gonna work. Because then repeat until touching edge. Now this ball will repeat everything that's inside here until it's touching the edge. So deleting the clone midway won't help. So that's why we need to put it at the end. And now the towers code. Now forever point towards mouse pointer. Make sure this tower is aligned to the center. I'm gonna group everything up because if the center is somewhere else, like if this is the center, then it's not gonna rotate perfectly. Make sure this place between these two walls is the circle. Is the center. And now the paths code. When green flag clicked forever, go to 0 and Y4. Set ghost effect to 100. That's why you did not see it showing. But now it's showing. And now finally the enemy code. Now this might look a bit complicated, but it's not. When the green flag is clicked, hide. Go to this position at the bottom. Point in direction 46. Now these are all the adjustments I made for my path, and you could switch these adjustments to your path. It may take time, but you're definitely gonna learn it. So switch costume to costume 1. Set move speed to 4. Set turn speed to 8. And forever create clone of myself. Wait, pick random 1 to 10 seconds. Because we don't want them to be showing one after another. Like after 2 seconds one clone comes. Not so good. So when I start as a clone, set HP enemy to 1. That's the enemy's HP. And repeat until touching edge enemy movement. We'll define that later. And change brightness effect. Only if touching this color. I can say if touching sprite 4 because it's the clones that's coming out and not the original sprite. Now this thing would work if the original sprite was coming out of the cannon. So that's why if touching color this orange, then change brightness effect by 100. That's why you saw it flashing white. Play sound squeaky toy until done. And if we put a start sound, it's not gonna end it. It's just gonna start and leave it. And wait 0.1 seconds. Change enemy HP by -1. Clear graphic effects. Now check if dead. So first I'll define check if dead. So check if dead is just like if the HP of enemy is lesser than 1, then delete this clone. Now the enemy movement. You could set these steps according to your path, but this is my path. So move speed steps. Now move speed is over here. Set move speed to 4. So basically move 4 steps, but I decided to do this. Switch costume to costume 2. Now this enemy sprite has 3 costumes. One is this with this and this. So these are basically sensors. So this costume 2 is the upper sensor and this costume 3 is the lower sensor. So these two will detect if the enemy is going out of path. So switch costume to costume 2, and if touching sprite 2, that's basically this path black line sprite. Turn speed decrease. So at this point it touches this line, so it turns. And then switch costume to costume 3. If touching sprite 2, then turn speed decrease again. But this time it's the other way. And then switch costume to costume 1. So this works so fast that you don't even see the enemy switching costumes, because at the last it still switches to the same costume 1, which is the enemy costume. So now you may ask me, why didn't you put these two in a forever loop? Because it's already repeating this until it's touching the edge. So repeat until touching edge, enemy movement. So it will not give up on this task until it's touching the edge. We don't have to put another repeat until touching edge loop around it. So that's what I wanted to show you today, guys. And if you want, you can make the same game with a different path, or you may want to add more sprites. For that, you can either make your own game or you could remix your own sprites. I mean, you could remix this game by adding your own sprites and own code. And I've already shared this game, so you can check it out on my G1 Scratch account. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time and we'll continue game demo.